end of the week, as expected mid to upper 90s, and the heat advisory in effect all the way through Saturday. So do be careful if you're outdoors working. Stay well hydrated. Take a little cool break if you get the opportunity every now and then, and stay away from all of those heat-related illnesses. Well, again, here today on Farming in the Four States, we have one of our Brownfield Ag Youth Award winners with us. We're very pleased to be involved with Brownfield again this year in the Ag Youth Awards program. They donate belt buckles to their radio affiliate stations to award as gifts to the winners, and we go through the county fairs around here in our area and select out. We appreciate very much the folks from each of the county fairs that we participate with for helping us with the selection of winners. And just to remind folks how it works, we kind of look for the individuals that really get in and participate in a lot of things. It doesn't have to be the people that win all the things they are involved in, but we're looking for those people that want to get in and get involved and try a lot of new things, and maybe trying some things kind of outside the box that they're not real comfortable with. Those are the youth in agriculture that we really look for to try to get out there and get involved and get active in as many things as possible. And the individual that we have with us here today fits that category to a T, and we are very pleased to have with us today Carissa Simagna. And Carissa, first, congratulations for being one of our Ag Youth Award winners from Lawrence County, the Lawrence County Fair, held back in early June. And thank you so much for being with us here today. I tell you, it was a lot of fun, I know, getting the fair season kicked off. And before we get started in talking about that, we're going to have you tell a little bit about where you're from.
I'm from Marionville, Missouri.
And who are your parents?
My mom is Sherilyn Lang, and my stepdad is Scott Lang.
All right. I guess we'll let people know, how old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
So we've had all the way down, I think the youngest we've had so far, and we've been in this 4 or 5 years now. We had a 5-year-old one time, but still you're on the younger side, and so you are involved in 4-H, is that right?
Yes.
What is your 4-H club?
My 4-H club is Blazing Arrows.
And how long have you been involved with 4-H?
I've been involved for 2 years, but the first year I was a Clover kid, so I wasn't involved in the competition.
And we talk a lot about that with the 4-H clubs around the area. The Clover kids are for the younger kids that are just getting involved, and it's a starter program for them, and then you can go on into the 4-H. So that's really nice that the 4-H units have those Clover kid programs for the young kids to get involved and get active. So you weren't eligible to participate and compete in some of the county fairs as a Clover kid, but now that you're into 4-H, you were able to do that. So this was your first year of competition, I guess, then at Lawrence County Fair, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well, as we mentioned, you were very active in many different things at the county fair there in Lawrence County. It was held June 2nd through the 4th over near Freistadt. I guess we'll start off talking about some of the things that you did at the fair and competed in. And I know one of the things that doesn't matter how old you are, a lot of kids try to shy away from, and that's getting up in front of a crowd and doing a speech or giving a presentation. But you did that, didn't you? What did you talk on?
Well, I did a demonstration, a PowerPoint, a prepared speech, and a speech where I had to prepare it in 30 minutes.
Is that something you've always been interested in doing, or was that something you just thought you'd give a try this year?
I just thought that I would give it a try.
Was it a little nerve-wracking getting up in front of the people and doing that, or were you pretty comfortable with it?
I was pretty comfortable with it.
Well, that's great that you're able to get up and do that. I can see you're already going to be maybe running for a state office someday in FFA if you're good at getting up in front of people and talking. That public speaking is a big part of that, so you already got that comfort level set and ready to go. So you did a lot of different things, getting up in front of crowds and doing things of that nature. Now, one thing you and I visited with a little bit before we got on the air, you didn't show any animals, but part of the reason is because one of the animals that you were interested in showing, they didn't have that this year in the county fair, and that was a dog show. They had taken that part out at the Lawrence County Fair. It's something they've had in the past and they may bring back, but you were interested in showing that. What were you going to do if you were able to show your dog?
I would either do freestyle or obedience.
So you were going to show a little bit of that. Some of the exhibits that you had, we'll talk a little bit about that as well, because you had several of those on display over at the fair too. What were some of those?
For agility, I had a tire jump made out of two pool noodles and PVC pipe.
Was that pretty difficult to make, or did it go together pretty good for you?
It went together pretty good for me.
And that's something you can, now once it gets built, is it something that has to stay, or can you take it apart and then use those pieces as other things? Can you take the pool noodles back to the pool, or is it pretty much going to stay with the jump?
It's taped on there, but you can move the pool noodles that are connected together. You can move them up and down.
I see. Another thing you had talked about was with, and you'll have to tell me again, the sticks. What were those?
Those were woofum sticks.
Woofum sticks. Let people know what woofum sticks are.
Woofum sticks are a stick that you roast woofums on.
Well, now what's a woofum?
A woofum is basically like a miniature pie that you cook on the campfire.
Ah, so that would be perfect for people right now that are out camping. I know a lot of people. I happened to be down towards the lake last week. A lot of people out taking advantage of being outdoors this time in the summertime, so that's something that they could use and have fun with, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Is it pretty easy to do?
Yeah, it's like roasting a s'more, but it doesn't catch on fire easily. It doesn't taste that good burnt because it tastes a little too crispy, and burnt just doesn't taste good.
What goes in them? Is it just anything you want to put in them, or is there specific ingredients that go in it?
You can either put pie filling in it and top it off with ice cream or whipped cream, or you could put pudding in them and top it off with whipped cream.
So you were, as we said, very active in several different things at the Lawrence County Fair, giving presentations and having exhibits and things of that nature. Since this was your first year of competition, has this been something you've been thinking about, that you've been wanting to do ever since you got into 4-H?
Yes.
Did your experience at the county fair, or did you have a lot of fun with it since it was your first year?
Yes, I had a lot of fun.
I know for kids your age or younger that may be thinking about getting into county fairs, whether here in our area or in their own communities, give a little advice what you might give to them that might be a little nervous about going into the county fair scene. What would you tell them to kind of calm their nerves a little bit?
I would tell them that it's not that bad once you get over it, and it's actually really fun, and you get to meet new friends, and you can go to several different fairs, and you can see other exhibits that other people make.
And that's one thing that I've heard several of our award winners over the years repeat, is what you just said about meeting new friends. You get to meet new kids from other communities, other parts of the county. Sometimes county fairs are not just from the local county. Kids from neighboring counties get to come over as well. And I know we're going to talk a little bit about some of the plans you have for the rest of your summer. Getting to meet and make a lot of new friends has to be a big part of it as well. A lot of fun. Mm-hmm. One thing, we talked about all of these things that you did at the county fair. How did you do with all of your presentations and your exhibits? Do you remember? I know that's been quite a while back, but how did you do at the fair?
I did really good, and on my presentations and demonstration, my demonstration was about making crepes, and the crepe recipe that I did is award-winning because I made it for a competition at my school.
Well, again, we're visiting with Carissa Simagna, one of our winners from the Lawrence County Fair. Bray Miller was our other winner from the Lawrence County Fair, our Brownfield Ag Youth Award program, and we congratulate her not only on all of her successes so far that she's had during the fair season, but also being one of our Brownfield Ag Youth Award winners, and we do appreciate her coming in today. All right, we still got some summertime left, and you and I were talking before we jumped on the air as well. You've got some more plans the rest of the summer to do make some trips to some more fairs. What are some of the fairs you're going to be attending?
I'm going to be attending the regional fair and the state fair.
So the Ozark Empire Fair in Springfield, and then headed up to Sedalia coming up in August. What projects or exhibits are you going to take to those fairs? Have you decided yet?
Well, I'm going to take the technology speech, which is about what's a woofum and how to make a woofum stick and what to fill the woofum in with. And I'm taking my demonstration about crepes. I'm taking lots of my projects, but the speeches that I'm not going to take is the speech about bringing dogs to school, and not that I just didn't want to take it, it's just that you had to only do one of them. And another one that I wanted to do, but that he didn't take it. It was my speech that I had to prepare in 30 minutes, and it was about my my role model, and my role model was Mrs. Cooker.
I see, and that's something I know we talked with John Kleibaker, one of the county committee members there from the Lawrence County Fair, and of course he has a great background and continues to do a lot of public speaking. But that part, what you just said about having to prepare a speech in 30 minutes and then present it to an audience, that just blows my mind about how difficult that is. And then to get someone at your young age to be able to get up and do that, that's just great to be able to see that already. And I know it's a lot of fun. And, of course, several of those things you just mentioned that you'll be going on to the Ozark Empire Fair and the State Fair, you're getting to take those on because you did so well at the Lawrence County Fair, and you qualified, and being able to take those on to the next level. Well, Carissa, again, congratulations. Thanks so much for coming in and visiting with us, and we wish you a lot of good luck the rest of the fair season. And, of course, school's going to be coming up before too long. Do you know when you start school?
I know it's sometime in August, and they always start on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday. So what grade are you going to be going into this fall?
I'm going into 4th grade.
4th grade. Well, again, congratulations and good luck the rest of the summer, and have a lot of fun this school year. We appreciate you coming by. Thank you very much. Carissa Simagna, our winner from the Lawrence County Fair Brownfield Ag Youth Award. Her and Bray Miller are two winners from the Lawrence County Fair that was held over at Freistadt back in early June. And she is already off and running with a great success and story, and also a very busy fair schedule. Her very first year in competition, she's trying lots of new things and doing lots of different things, getting very, very active at the fair scene. And of course, she's involved in 4-H right now and staying very active in that as well. And that's exactly what we're looking for with our youth in agriculture, getting actively involved in everything, and Carissa is definitely doing that. Well, we need to take a break here. We've got the dairy update from Brownfield coming your way next, and we'll be back with more Farming in the Four States right after this.